Have you ever walked into a room and instantly noticed that one person, not because they're the best looking, not because they're the loudest, but because something about them makes the air shift? It's their presence. It's an energy that feels calm yet powerful, grounded yet untouchable. And it makes you wonder, what's their secret? Here's the truth. Their secret isn't what they cling to. It's what they've learned to release. They've let go of the need to control everything. They've let go of needing validation. They've let go of the pain of the past. They've let go of the fear of showing their true self. And they've let go of obsessing over the outcome. That's what creates magnetism. That's what makes people lean in without even knowing why. And today I'm going to share with you 5 powerful truths about letting go. 5 shifts that will not only transform your confidence, but your entire life. Stop clutching control. Step into flow. Let me ask you something. Do you ever feel exhausted by how much energy you spend trying to manage everything? Your career, your relationships, your reputation, even the way others interpret your words. Here's the hard truth. Control is an illusion. The tighter you grip, the more anxious, rigid, and drained you become. It's like trying to hold water in your hands. The harder you squeeze, the faster it slips through your fingers. But when you stop forcing, when you let go, something powerful happens. Life begins to flow. Imagine yourself in a river. You can fight the current, flailing and gasping until you burn yourself out. Or you can surrender to the movement, trusting that it will carry you where you need to go. That surrender doesn't make you weak, it makes you magnetic. Because when you radiate ease and chaos, when you can adapt without losing yourself, you project strength. Psychologist Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi called this the flow state, a place where your mind stops resisting and you merge with the moment. Time fades, anxiety dissolves, energy expands, and people feel that. They're drawn to it because most people are drowning in stress while you're gliding effortlessly through the current. So let go of the death grip. Stop forcing the outcome, because the most powerful person in the room is never the one trying to control, it's the one who can flow. Secret 2. Release the craving for validation. Anchor in self-worth. Let's be real. How often do you check your phone, waiting for that text, that notification, that little digital hit of approval? We've all been there. We crave validation. It's human. But here's the danger. The moment you rely on it, you hand strangers the remote control to your happiness. And let's face it, people are inconsistent. Applause one moment, silence the next. But true magnetism doesn't come from chasing applause. It comes from anchoring yourself in your own worth. Actress Emma Watson once said, "The less I seek approval from others, the more I like myself." That's the paradox. When you stop chasing validation, you stop following, and you start leading. People are drawn to leaders, not because they're begging for attention, but because they radiate certainty. They don't need to be chosen. They've already chosen themselves. Here's a simple practice. Every morning, stand in front of a mirror, look into your own eyes, and affirm, "I am enough, exactly as I am." At first, it will feel strange, even fake, but repetition rewires your brain. Over time, that voice becomes a belief, and when you believe it, the world does too. Because confidence isn't convincing others you're valuable, it's embodying it so deeply that people can't help but feel it. Secret 3. Let go of yesterday, free your future. Now let's talk about the past. How many of us are walking through life carrying invisible suitcases filled with heartbreak, regret, and failure, dragging yesterday into today? It's heavy. It slows you down. It steals your future before it even arrives. Think of it like running a marathon with a backpack full of bricks. You may move, but you'll never reach your potential until you put it down. One of the most unforgettable moments in Good Will Hunting is when Robin Williams looks at Matt Damon and says, "It's not your fault," over and over until it sinks in. Why does that line hit so hard? Because so many of us carry guilt, shame, and pain that was never truly ours to carry. Letting go of the past doesn't mean erasing it. It means refusing to let it chain you. Here's a practice. Write down the memory, the wound, or the regret that weighs on you most. Then, release it physically. Burn the paper, shred it, bury it. This act tells your mind, this story doesn't control me anymore. When you do this, you create space, mental, emotional, spiritual space. And in that space, new love, new opportunities, and new beginnings can finally enter. Secret 4. Dare to be vulnerable. The strength in being real. We live in a world obsessed with looking flawless. But here's the paradox. The more perfect you pretend to be, the less people connect with you. Why? Because perfection is cold, it's untouchable, it feels fake. But vulnerability, authenticity, that's magnetic. Keanu Reeves is the perfect example. He doesn't try to dominate the spotlight. He doesn't scream for attention. He's quiet, genuine, and that's exactly what makes him captivating. Because vulnerability isn't weakness, it's courage. It's saying, here I am, imperfect, human, real. Researcher Brené Brown has shown that vulnerability is the birthplace of love, belonging, and joy. Without it, there is no true connection. And it doesn't mean oversharing or bleeding your story to anyone who will listen. It means allowing people to see the truth of who you are, without the mask. Because people don't fall in love with perfection, they fall in love with honesty. And when you embrace your vulnerability, you don't just become attractive, you become unforgettable. Secret 5. Detach from the outcome. Fall in love with the journey. Now let's talk about the future. How much time do you spend obsessing over what might happen? Will she come back? Will I land the job? Will everything turn out the way I need it to? That obsession robs you of joy. Because the truth is, you can't predict outcomes. Life is not meant to be controlled like a script. It's meant to be lived like a road trip. If you only stare at the destination, you'll miss the sunsets, the roadside laughter, the detours that become the best parts of the story. Here's a practice. Whenever you catch yourself spiraling into what-ifs, pause and ask, what's beautiful about this exact moment? You'll be shocked how quickly the anxiety dissolves into gratitude. Because peace doesn't come from knowing the future, it comes from embracing the now. And when you radiate that kind of presence, calm, steady, unshaken, people are naturally drawn to you. Trauma does mountains, so let's redefine letting go. It isn't surrender. It isn't weakness. Letting go is power. It's freedom. It's clarity. It's peace. When you stop gripping what doesn't serve you, control, validation, the past, the mask of perfection, or the obsession with outcomes, you create space. Space for the right people, the right opportunities, the right energy. You're not letting go to fall behind. You're letting go to rise above. So remember these 3 words: release, rise, radiate. Because when you let go, you don't lose. You become magnetic.